Hello, social media family. I am back once again, and I am still just K for real. But I'm here with Miss D Major herself.
Hello.
And before we get this started, we have to start off with the icebreakers because we got to get to know Miss D Major a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'll give you something. Three things. All right. So my first is going to be my children. I have two boys, 16 and 9 years old. So I cannot live without them. Next, there's just no way. So they're top on the list. And then music. Music would definitely be my second one. I think music is really important for the soul. And I think that it is therapy. I really believe that it is a form of therapy. So music, definitely what I with music. The third one I'm gonna be kind of loose with, but
Your coffee. Oh my God, we have a coffee bean and
Listen. When I think about my day getting started, coffee's not in that. It's pioneer one day for me.
Oh my God.
So I have to say, I know it sounds petty, but I have to say coffee. I have to say I can get through whatever in the day.
Yes, with your coffee. Yes, it's not uncommon at all.
They got me.
So is it like, are you like a Starbucks, like a Dunkin' Donuts?
I'm a tea girl.
Yeah,
I'm a tea girl. I'm a tea cup in the car right now.
I know that's right.
Yes, I don't believe in wasting money.
Hello.
Starbucks, there was a point in time in my life where I would only, do Starbucks until I tasted other coffee that tasted good.
Right. Hello.
So, shout out to my QC people. They know me all around Georgia.
I know that's right. I was just like begging. I'm like, we need a Keurig in the house. Like, my mom was like, what is a Keurig?
What is a Keurig? I know it.
I'm like, I need K-Cup.
Listen. And it's funny because I only do cappuccinos. So I'm a cappuccino girl. I have to get a cappuccino maker and it don't make a mess for me. I did a 16 ounce to a 24 ounce. It depends on the stuff on the day. Yeah. So coffee, cappuccino, you have a love forever.
Oh my gosh, and it's for the low love.
Yes, and it's for the low love. I'm from Cali, so we have 7-Eleven back in the day.
Okay.
So it was 7-Eleven first, but we don't have those here. No, not here in Florida. Florida has 7-Eleven.
Maryland has 7-Eleven everywhere.
Yes, it's at Enoch, Pennsylvania actually.
Yeah.
They have 7-Eleven, so.
I never even thought of that.
QT and Racetrack, they got them out in here. And it's cool. Listen, I love my QT. Oh my God, you can hear me on my coffee. Is it this or you can get with that? You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this.
Hey.
You can get with that.
Hey.
I can get with this.
This is where it's at.
I love that song. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's our music therapy for the day.
Yes, that's it. Sorry, y'all. We just been goofy.
So, this or that. I know you came in, D Major came into my house in some nice heels.
Oh.
Actually, some really nice heels. She didn't know if she was going to be standing up or not.
I didn't care. I could have my heels.
So, heels or tennis shoes?
Heels.
Heels all day.
Definitely. I only do tennis shoes when I go work out and when I'm getting ready to mess some shit up. So, we don't have the tennis shoes on.
Yes, because something bad is going on.
Because something's going to happen.
And I'm a tennis shoe kind of girl.
So, we don't know what she got covered.
Yes, you never know.
You never know with her, but with me, you don't know. That's a heads up, you better move quickly.
So, what about rap or R&B?
Ooh, all right. So that's kind of a tough one for me. I'm gonna say R&B because I am a vocalist and I love music. I went to a performing arts school in San Diego. Yeah, I love music. When I
so we might get some
Not quite. That was many years ago. And I will say that smoking is bad for you. So let me just put that out there. Try to stop smoking if you can. Won't judge you because I'm still smoking, but it does actually do something to your vocal cords. So unfortunately, I'm no longer interested for myself, but I just love hearing good
voices.
It's something that just does something to me.
Yeah.
But I do love my old school rap too, you know.
Okay.
So I think this or that is gonna have to be both on that one. Can I do that?
I guess
change the rules.
I guess a little bit.
A little bit.
Just for you.
I couldn't live without either, and let me just say that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you know, it really just depends on what mood I'm in.
Yeah.
It really does. T.I. right now is on my heart very heavy. And his new album, Us or Else, and I really believe...
He's giving me life. I actually did a remake of his song, We Will Not.
Oh!
I'm going to drop it for Black History Month.
And I'm going to need to hear that. I'm going to need to hear that so I can play that, please, because right now he is really the one artist out there that said it...
Represented.
Just exactly the way I would say it.
Yes.
So, you got to appreciate both.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking for that video.
Yes.
Shooting a video Tuesday, so hey. Alright, we're going to do one more. So, this or that. Either like amusement park type going now, like thrilling type things, or artsy museums type.
Okay. I love Six Flags.
Mm-hmm.
I do. And I have children. I have boys. So unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to go with their amusement park because it's not just about my thrills.
Yeah.
I have to make sure that their thrills are.
Well, next time you can take me to.
Yes. Oh yeah. Honey, we get season passes.
Yes.
We love Six Flags.
Yes.
We love Six Flags. So I'm gonna have to say amusement park.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say let's have some fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's definitely have some fun.
All right. So we got to get to know you a little bit, get comfortable while we're on the couch.
Yes. Which I love these couches. You guys, these couches are amazing. Listen. Oh, if I just let me borrow these, I would, but it's too much work. They're hot. I'm telling you, it's hot.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Let my audience get to know you. What do you do? What's your title?
Absolutely.
Like, let's talk about it. Let's get into the nitty
Sure.
gritty.
Yeah, that's why I'm here, darling. Let's get into it. All right. I am D Major. I have a live stream on Periscope called Major Talk, hashtag Free Your Mind. What I deal with mainly is social issues, things that are going on that affect our Black community every single day in the past, the present, and the future. So I really just come and I try to bring as much awareness to my Black people as I can so that they are informed enough to start making better decisions. I think unfortunately a lot of us just don't know, you know, and if you don't have somebody or something to open your eyes and give you information, it's not fair to criticize you because you don't know something. So my job is to give you what you should know and then allow you to make your own decisions, hopefully to use that information, you know, to fix yourself, and then in that process you'll be able to help out your community and your people. So that's my focus. You know, I'll get into, you know, some things in entertainment. I'm not a huge entertainment person. Except for music, of course, but I just think that entertainment has become such a distraction for us, and especially our community. That and it was made literally initially for you know, that purpose is to keep people distracted of what's really going on and the issues that are affecting them and they're not even aware of. So I will touch on a little bit of entertainment, but for the most part, I have a pretty serious show, and I believe I take very seriously the acknowledgement of what has happened to us as a people, as well as how we can change it. You know, going forward, it's unacceptable. We can't wait and be okay and be complacent with people that might come and save us.
Yeah, and that's why I definitely, when we met, you were telling me about your Periscope, and I'm like, Kay's Black History Month challenge. You have to come on my show.
And
we have to do
thank
this.
You.
No, thank you.
Thank you for being aware enough, you know, to understand that it's necessary.
Yes.
And you're doing your part by putting it out there and allowing people to think for themselves, but also, you know, just nudge them a little bit.
Promote
you know?
a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. You know, look, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I love sports. You know, there's nothing wrong with sports. I get it. But it was just amazing to me recently here that how disheartened and how people were so upset and bothered emotionally by a lose in a game. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, and I get it, but if you're not over here, you know, feeling those emotions, those raw emotions about your future and taking part and being pumped up and amped up and want to be on a team that's gonna progress and be winners, then I don't really think you have time to deal with the other stuff.
Yes, and be so focused.
And be so focused on that. And listen, if you're already an aware person, you're already a conscious person, that's one thing.
Yeah.
By all means, I get it. We have to have a release from it.
Exactly.
We have to. I get it. I'm not knocking anybody, for what they use as a release. I just want you to handle business first.
Yeah.
I guess is my point.
Yeah.
I want you not to play hard until you work hard.
Absolutely.
And if you're sitting down not doing anything, to help out, then you're not working to me.
Yeah.
You're not working, and you're worried about the wrong things. Is what you are.
Work hard, then play hard.
Yes, that's right. You cannot play hard till you work hard.
Yeah.
And even just talking to other people and having opinions. A lot of times people think they have to get out here and be this huge activist. And I'm not asking you to go out to every march with me in March.
Yeah.
I get it. Everybody's not that person. They're not as passionate in those areas. But even if you're just aware.
I think it's really, like we talked about, like entertainment, we're not really big into it, but I think it's really important for people who have that stage to use it.
Absolutely.
Especially like our people.
Absolutely. Use
that to
Absolutely.
voice, to voice awareness and promote awareness. Like, don't just promote, Kim Kardashian's pregnant or Beyonce's pregnant.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Because
there's so much more.
Who cares?
Yes.
Who cares? I don't care.
I
Guess
don't.
what? You shouldn't care if I'm pregnant either unless I tell you and you're a part of my family and you're going to be excited for me. Okay, great. Now guess what? I'd still have to work.
Hello.
You can't not work when you're
Hello.
pregnant. Look, I worked all the way up until both of my children were born the day before.
I know, that's right.
Okay, so exactly, and people, that is an argument that I get into quite frequently. Just because when you speak to people about things that are important to them in their own lives, it makes it a little bit easier for them to understand things on a broader scale.
Yeah.
So if you feel like T.I. is an artist and music is important to you, and so therefore you're going to spend your money and you're going to spend your time promoting and supporting somebody.
Yeah.
Why would it be somebody that doesn't have your best interest in hand?
Exactly.
Why would it be somebody that actually was able to have a platform and doesn't use it to help out?
Exactly.
To help out. So I don't deal with them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm definitely far from a groupie. I would never be a groupie. But if I were to even take interest in anybody, it's for a reason. Yeah. And it has nothing to do probably with what their field is.
And you're definitely a person who uses, your stage to...
Absolutely. I would do nothing else.
Yeah.
I would do nothing else, sweetheart. There's nothing else I would do.
Actually, on your Periscope, you give your listeners, your viewers, homework.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So one of the things you touched on was the 13th.
Yes.
And you asked me about that as soon as we met. You're like, have you heard about it?
Yes.
And I actually haven't. You're like, you have to. So tell us a little bit more about why are you adamant about us watching this?
Absolutely. So 13th, and I came across this. It came out a couple days before the results of the election, which was really, really scary in itself.
Indeed.
It was a very rough time to me, I don't care about the Falcons losing. Yeah. I do care about the world losing.
Yes.
And we just lost.
Indeed.
So it came out at an opportune time for people to start being a little bit more aware.
Yeah.
But it didn't help out as far as being out there enough for people to have time to look at it and watch it and maybe actually go and vote.
Yeah.
So what 13th touches on is it's on Netflix, you guys. Please check it out. 13th is a documentary. The director is Ava DuVernay. I hope I'm saying that right. DuVernay, I'm sorry. And she did.
Ava.
Yeah, sorry, Ava, girl. You know your name's hard.
Right.
You know what's your name. But you're gorgeous and I love you. So we're going to put you out there. We're going to make sure everybody know about you. So she did a documentary on the 13th Amendment in the Constitution, which supposedly abolished slavery.
Yeah.
Right? So if nothing else, in high school we learn about the Constitution. Okay? And the 13th Amendment has a loophole by design, that allowed people to still be enslaved, and when I say people, I mean black people, to be enslaved by criminalizing them. So what the documentary does is it goes through the whole process from that time up until the current. It literally has Donald Trump and Barack Obama, and it is literally from the past to the current. It's not that long. It's 100 minutes. So it's not something that you're going to say, oh my God, wow, this is just too much. I have to pause it, and you're going to lose your interest. It's 100 minutes. And when I tell you in that 100 minutes, you're going to get more information you've ever learned in school ever in your life, unless you majored in Black Studies.
And this is definitely something we're not taught.
You're not taught.
Yeah.
You're not going to be taught. I'm from California, where our school system is a lot different than here in Georgia, okay, and definitely in the South. And we weren't even taught.
Yeah.
We are the most liberal place to where if anybody's curriculum would have included inclusiveness and all people, it would have been there, and it's not there either.
Yeah.
It's not there either. I was raised by a mother and a father who were adamant about making sure that I knew who I was, where I came from, where I was going, and make sure everybody else around me knew it.
And that's definitely a luxury that a lot of people don't.
They do not have. And again, that's why I say I'm not mad at you for not knowing. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. What I have a problem with is somebody saying to me, well, I'm not going to watch, this documentary because I don't want to hear about, all we talk about is racism and black stuff, and we had a black president, what more do you want? And, just taking on that whole undertone of the white supremacist agenda that we've been fed since we've been in the womb.
It's systemized.
It is systematic. Everything is. Everything. And that is why I love the 13th documentary, because it literally breaks it down as easy as possible for you to understand and for you to see. Newt Gingrich, actually, my mouth, and I'm not speechless often, let me tell you. I was speechless when I got to the part where Newt Gingrich, one of the most racist people, and I mean white people, in this country, okay, and how much damage he has had the opportunity to do to our black communities. He admitted on this documentary what it is that we all who were consciously aware of what was going on already knew. So even in that essence, I feel like this is the best documentary I've seen on the subject, because how Ava got these people to come on and actually admit. Admitting is half the battle. They call us angry black people. Well, you would probably be angry too if you were in a household and you were being abused and your abuser refused to admit they were abusing you. Okay, that's a problem. Human nature, you should have a problem with that. You absolutely should. So even just the fact that she was able to bring out so many critical people. Angela Davis is on there, Van Jones. There's so many people that are on this documentary that I was in tears. Okay, I cried. It was so powerful. And now there's also on Netflix, Oprah did an interview with her. So her interview with Oprah is also on there. Fascinating.
So we definitely, we all have to
take notes.
If you're interested in being aware,
please,
let's just do it. We have to watch it.
You have to know where it came from first.
Yes.
I also gave homework. I give homework because I feel like until we're all on one accord and until we understand where something has come from, there's no way for you to fix it.
And another assignment you had was looking at the Willie Lynch letter.
Yes, absolutely.
And that goes along with how we were saying, like we're in this system where not to claim the victim, but if not, then who else?
Then who else?
Exactly.
Who else? I pose this question to anybody who will listen. What would they do? Right? Let's flip. I like to flip things around.
Exactly.
Okay? That's how I can tell whether my own temperature. If I feel a certain way about something and I know that if it was turned around the other way, that other person should feel the same way, then I'm probably justified in what I'm doing. Right? So if it were flipped and white people, we did what white people have done to us to them. First of all, I don't think they would be here. They would be extinct. Because we're not strong enough to deal with what we are.
I say that so often.
They'd be gone. They would have been extinct.
We've dealt with so much that we have so much strength.
The strength that we have can only come from God, and that's serious.
Indeed.
Because there's no way that any person or any people can endure what we are still enduring right now, right this second. There's a black man being gunned down somewhere. I promise you. I promise you there is.
And that's real life.
And mind you, that ain't even just the police. I'm talking about we have to deal with not only the police, but actually our own people, okay, that are walking around here caring more about a white person's life than their own brother and sister or their neighbor that they live with.
And that's another thing that you see in that Willie Lynch letter. It's saying you have to separate the Negroes by the design, their color, their hood.
Yes.
Not saying hood in the letter, but
no, that's what it means.
Hood.
Yes,
you're separating us by everything. The women from the men, how to break us, all of that. And then it even says you have to have these white overseers who hate black people. And then we see that with this police brutality.
Red hate.
And this is so old. This letter is old. From back in slave time.
And not even from mid-slave time.
Yes.
You gotta remember, they were new at this.
It was like
slave master thing.
Something, yes.
And this slave master had the great idea
yes.
of how to control.
And these ways are still being
and they
used
are
today.
There right now. I talk about this all the time. The light skin, dark skin thing.
Yes.
That right now, honestly, to me, is the worst thing because of how badly it affects our judgment of each other.
And I really don't like when people are like, oh my gosh, I'm too dark. And I'm like, honey, your black is beautiful.
That hurts my heart.
Your black is beautiful.
That hurts my heart.
Yes, I do not like it.
It hurts my heart. And again, it's how we are conditioned.
We are.
Think about that.
Yes.
Think about you're talking to an adult person that has gone their whole life believing that their skin is ugly and not beautiful and not made from God and not even understand what their skin means.
Yes.
Melanin in our skin, it protects us from, it makes our brains smarter. Look up melanin. Please, black people, look up melanin for me. I need you to know what makes you
and understand that your melanin is popping.
It is popping.
Every single one.
It is. That's why they go get tanned up.
Yes.
That's why they go get that bow tie.
Yes.
That's why they go get
because our black not cracking.
That's why
our hips are curvy.
Putting their hair. They put weave in their hair too.
Yes.
Okay?
Hello. But they call it extension.
Extension.
Yes.
Exactly.
Listen.
So it's amazing. It is amazing. So. What I want to get to every person of color, not just black people, but every person of color.
Yes.
Everybody is out here up against the same thing. Now, let me be clear. Black people have it the worst. The worst. Let me be clear on that, okay? Because of the history.
Yeah.
Right? Because of the Willie Lynch Letter. That, as that man said at that time, this will last us for 300 plus years, he said. If you do this, these black people these slaves will be enslaved to you directly or indirectly. So now we're having these babies, and now we're teaching our babies to hate themselves and to judge their fellow black people, and men against women, and status against status, and class against class, and everything that's been done to us already by this white supremacist system that is set up in this country, right? In this country. How could you be okay with them turning around and doing the same thing to your people?
Exactly.
How could you do that?
But like you said, it's ignorance. It's not knowing.
They don't know.
It's not.
They don't know why they feel the way they feel.
Yes.
They don't know why they have these thoughts in their head that they believe that they've had since birth, since they can remember.
Yes.
They don't know where it comes from.
Exactly. And I can sit here and do this with you all day.
I love it, baby. I'm loving this.
And I really, now that I know, I have to tune into your Periscope.
Please.
And this is on Saturdays at 2 p.m.
Absolutely. Every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a large following out in California, so I always throw that 11 a.m. you guys, Pacific Standard Time. And definitely, please, we are always going to give you something that you didn't know, hopefully. Even if you did know it, share it.
Yes.
Share it.
Yeah.
Share it. Maybe you need a refresher.
And let us know. Shoot us all your information. So
Absolutely. So you guys can definitely follow me. I post a lot of good information also on Facebook. Most of the topics that I do talk about the information where you can actually go and research it and see on your own will be on my Facebook page. That is Delana, Delana, Major, Major. My Twitter is @DMajorKX. And my Instagram is @DMajor1211. Catch me on Periscope. You guys are going to have to go ahead and follow Volume TV. That's how you can reach out to me every Saturday. You will see me at 2 p.m. trying to give you as much knowledge as I can.
And shout out to Volume, the reason that I found D Major herself.
Yes, big ups to all my Volume Entertainment crew. I love you all. Thank you.
So thank you so much for coming here and interviewing with me. And we just met yesterday.
Yes,
literally yesterday.
I love her. Listen, either I'm in or I'm out.
Either I'm in or I'm out. So thank you so much for coming here
I
and
appreciate
interviewing
you.
with
Thank
me.
you. Thank
and
you
we
so
have
much.
to do this again.
Please keep getting the word out, man.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you for doing what you do.
No problem. Thank you.
Let's
bring it in.
Yes.
See that right there? I might have been talking a little bit too much shit, but I'm just spitting facts. Let's bring it back.
Turn up, bring it back. Cause this is not an attack. It's uplifted I speak. There won't be no killing us, instilling fear in us. No more black bodies laid out in the street. Won't be no killing us, instilling fear in us. No more black bodies laid out in the street.